With Thanksgiving behind us, Christmas now just weeks away, that holiday frenzy shopping is in full swing. How can you enjoy giving season without going overboard? Lorco financial professional Mark Triplett from Triplett West and North Financial Group joins us now with merry money tips to help us stay within budget as we shop for friends and family all this holiday season. Mark, we always talk about inflation. So is inflation going to significantly impact holiday shopping?
Yeah, most definitely it will this year. Even though a recent survey indicated that most folks are planning on spending a little bit more this year, a little bit more than $1,600 to be exact on average, that it just isn't going to go as far. You know, with inflation coming down to 3.2%, that doesn't mean that prices are less than they were a year ago or 2 years ago. So even though we're getting back to pre-pandemic level spending, it just isn't maybe going to go as far. So that means maybe fewer gifts or things like that, even though the spending itself maybe in a dollar amount more.
Yeah, sticking to your budget, critical. How can we enjoy the holidays and stay within budget? It's really easy to overspend. I mean, real talk. Everybody has been there, right?
So easy to overspend. The first thing is to set a limit. I mean, that's the best thing you can do and I personally like to set a limit for each person I want to buy for, and then really kind of stick to that, making sure that I'm accounting for not just gifts, but also food like dinner and things like that, as well as any decorations or wrapping paper, and making sure that I just don't go over that. Communicate expectations with family as well, family and friends, making sure that they understand that we're sticking to this budget, and maybe even doing like a gift exchange as opposed to buying gifts for everybody, that everybody just buys one gift and you exchange it. That could be helpful. And then get creative. A lot of folks have some great talents. Maybe you've got a side hustle where you cook or bake, or you're a painter or something like that. Some other way that you can give your talents as a gift to somebody you care about this holiday season. And last, consider using cash. A lot of folks are going to end up putting a lot of money on credit cards, and it's out of the ordinary to actually carry dollar bills anymore. But even your debit card is cash. So if you set a budget and you stick to just what's on that debit card that you can spend, that'll help keep you in line as opposed to racking up credit card debt.
That is something I think we all can just pause and consider, because even, when you think you've got your pay with your Apple Pay, it's like money just kind of evaporates. So I can see how paying with cash is super helpful, because you got what you got. When you physically run out of cash, there's your limit. Why is it so important to avoid using credit cards for holiday purchases? And then what do you do if you go into debt over Christmas presents?
Well, Samantha, this year in particular, it's even more corrosive. I mean, the cost of financing your holiday has really gone up. The average APR right now on a credit card is 21%. And I know some folks have even higher APRs than that. So, I mean, you're going to end up being haunted by the ghost of Christmas past into next year if you're financing your holiday and having these huge finance charges. So try to pay down any of that debt as quickly as possible. You can use the snowball method. That's where you tackle your smallest balances first, and as those payments get paid off, you apply those dollars, that cash flow elsewhere. Or you can also use the debt or the avalanche method. That's the one I tend to lean towards. That's where we're paying down our highest interest debt, which is often credit card debt, paying that down first, and then once those are paid off, use that cash flow to tackle other debt that you might have on your balance sheet.
Well, you are solidifying my plan of attack. I'm writing my family and loved ones love letters, if you will. I'm just going to tell them how much I appreciate them, kind of take a year in review. There's just ways to find sentimental moments and, show people that you care about them, and other than getting yourself into a hole, especially if you're already tight financially, which I know so many of us are at this point in time. What is your go-to? I'm not going to give away your Christmas shopping techniques, but do you stick to budget tight?
I do, and I like to create experiences over gifts that may kind of set aside. And the kids are different. You want to have something for the kids, toys, things like that they enjoy opening up on Christmas. But for the adults in my life, it's more about creating experiences and spending time with them.
And one of my youngest brothers in my family said something the other day, and he's like, hey, as the holidays roll around, sometimes they're stressful, and he's like, call somebody, tell them you love them, tell them why they're important to you, and maybe just, get in some good energy going as we go into a new year. It's an idea, and you're right, it creates feelings that you're going to remember even more than a gift potentially. Thank you so much for joining us today. Always great to have you.
Thank you for having me.